Hey there, call center champions. Whether you're just starting out or leading the charge, this video is packed with our top tips, tricks, and insights to help you level up your customer service game. From note-taking to navigating tricky calls, we've got you covered. Let's dive in.
Just started at a call center? Welcome to the front lines of communication. Here's how to make your first few weeks a little smoother. Tip 1. Script? Great. Understanding the script? Even better. Learn the why behind what you're saying. Tip 2. Listen more than you talk. Sounds obvious, but new agents often rush. Take a breath, let the caller lead sometimes. Tip 3. Ask questions. Not just to customers, but to your team leads and peers. Learning is part of the job. Tip 4. Mistakes happen, own them, learn from them, and move on. No one expects perfect, just progress. Just remember, today's newbie is tomorrow's rock star. You got this.
Call notes, the unsung heroes of customer service. Here's the formula: what, why, and what's next. What happened? Customer called about delayed shipment. Why it matters. Item was a birthday gift arriving late. What's next? Offered refund on shipping, customer accepted. Keep it short, clear, and action-focused. No essays. This isn't your diary. Use initials, reference ticket numbers, and be objective. Bonus tip: if you wouldn't say it in court or to your manager, don't write it. Remember, good notes save time, prevent repeat issues, and make you look like a rock star when someone else picks up the case. So, document smarter, not longer.
Want to make your customers feel instantly heard and understood? Try mirroring. It's simple, sneaky, and super effective. Here's how it works. Repeat just the last 2 or 3 words your customer says, with a curious or calm tone. Customer, I've been trying to get this fixed all day. You, all day? What happens next? They keep talking. They explain more. They feel validated. It's a technique borrowed from hostage negotiators and therapists, and it's perfect for call centers. Mirroring shows empathy, keeps conversations flowing, and gets you closer to the root of the problem, all without saying much. Try it today and watch your conversations instantly level up. Listen, mirror, connect.
Want to boost customer satisfaction without saying a single word? Use the power of the pause. When a customer finishes speaking, don't jump right in. Pause for a second or two. This silence signals that you're actually listening, not just waiting to talk. It gives customers space to add more, and often that's when the real issue comes out. Even better, when you're handling objections, a well-timed pause can create just enough discomfort to prompt the customer to fill in the silence, often with agreement or a shift in tone. Warning, don't overdo it. We're aiming for empathetic pause, not awkward horror movie stare. It's subtle, it's powerful, and it's one of the easiest ways to sound more human on the phones.
Ever feel like you're pushing customers to a solution instead of guiding them? That's where motivational interviewing comes in, and it's a game changer for call centers. Instead of convincing, motivational interviewing is all about collaboration. It uses open-ended questions, reflective listening, and empathy to help customers talk themselves into action. Here's an example. Instead of saying, "You should really update your account," try, "What would make updating your account worthwhile for you?" This shifts the conversation from pressure to partnership. It's especially powerful in retention, collections, and technical support, where resistance is high and trust matters. Here's a tip. Practice reflective statements like, "It sounds like you're concerned about security, but also want convenience." Boom, they feel heard, and you move the convo forward. Motivational interviewing, not just for therapists anymore, it's for elite agents too.
Want to sound more confident without changing a single word? Fix your posture. Seriously. Sitting up straight helps your breathing, tone, and energy. You sound more sure of yourself, and customers feel it. And guess what? You'll feel it too. Confidence starts with your spine, not just your script.
Too many screens, too many calls, too much pressure. Reset in 1 minute. Try the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Exhale slowly for 8. Do that 3 times between calls. You'll feel the difference.
Ever felt your heart racing when a caller starts yelling? Try this simple hack. When you're on a tough call, grab a cold water bottle and hold it in your hands. Why? The cold activates your parasympathetic nervous system, helping your body calm down fast. Less adrenaline, slower breathing, more clarity. You stay composed and in control. Call control isn't just about the script, sometimes it starts with your hands.
Ever had a song stuck in your head or couldn't stop thinking about a show that ended on a cliffhanger? That's the Zygarnik effect, our brain's obsession with unfinished business. And guess what? You can use it in customer service. Let's say a customer is frustrated. Rather than shutting it down with, "We'll look into it, try." Let me explain what's happening behind the scenes and what I'll personally do next. By creating an open loop, a clear next step that you narrate, customers stay engaged and feel more in control. It keeps them hooked, confident, and far less likely to escalate. Psychology isn't just for textbooks. It's a powerful tool on every call. Keep the loop open and the trust intact.
Want more customers to say yes? Don't ask for the big thing first, ask for something small. It's called the foot in the door technique, and it works like magic. If a customer agrees to a tiny request, like, "Would you mind confirming your email?" they're far more likely to agree to a larger request later, like a survey, upsell, or even a plan change. Why? Psychologically, once people commit to something, they want to stay consistent. Just don't go full sales shark. Keep it helpful and sincere. Start small, stay smooth, win big.
Ever notice people love furniture they built themselves, even if it's wonky? That's the IKEA effect. We value things we put effort into. And in customer service, you can use this too. Let customers take part in the solution. Which option feels better for you, A or B? Or, if we solve X, do you think that would help with Y? When they contribute, they feel ownership, and they're more satisfied, even if it took a bit longer. So next time, don't just hand over a fix, build it together.
Here's a weird truth. People often live up to the expectations you set. It's called the Pygmalion effect, and it applies to customers and your team. Start with, "I know this is frustrating, but I can tell you're someone who really wants to get this sorted." That positive assumption makes them more likely to lean in, stay calm, and collaborate. Same goes for coworkers. Expect excellence and people rise to it. It's part psychology, part magic, and all people power.
Want to frustrate the customer fast? Give them too many options. It's called choice overload, and it leads to indecision, regret, or flat-out abandonment. Instead of rattling off 6 packages or 4 solutions, narrow it down. These are the top 2 options based on what you've told me. This reduces stress and builds confidence. Customers feel more guided, not dumped in a decision jungle. So next time, fewer choices equals better outcomes.
Here's a trick FBI negotiators use, and it works on angry customers too. It's called emotional labeling. When a caller's upset, don't jump into fixing. First, name the feeling. "It sounds like this has been really frustrating." Or, "I can hear how stressful this must be." This tiny act lowers emotional intensity and makes people feel heard. Fast. It's empathy with structure. And it works way better than "I understand." Label it and lead the conversation forward.
If you work in customer service, you've probably heard this voice in your head. "I can't do this today." That's burnout whispering and sometimes shouting. The long hours, constant pressure, and emotional labor of call center life add up fast. Burnout isn't weakness, it's a system overload. The trick? Take your breaks, actually take them. Set boundaries, work ends when work ends. And talk about it. Silence feeds stress. You can't pour from an empty headset.
You don't need a vacation to reset your brain. You need a micro break. Just 30 seconds to stretch, breathe, or look away from the screen can lower stress and boost focus. Try this. After every 3 calls, stand up and stretch your arms. Every hour, do a 60-second body scan. And yes, hydrate. Think of it as a mental software update. Your brain's running a call center too. Give it a breather.
You listen, you empathize, you help. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Eventually, you feel numb. That's compassion fatigue, emotional exhaustion from caring too much too often. It hits helpers hard, especially in customer service. You're not heartless, you're human. Combat it with boundaries, peer support, and self-care routines. And if it gets heavy, talk to someone. You can't show compassion if yours is running on empty.
Before your next call, try this. 3 deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, just 15 seconds. That's all it takes to lower your heart rate, reset your tone, and calm your nervous system. It's not woo-woo, it's biology. Use it before a tough call, after a tough call, during one if needed. It's like Control, Alt, Delete for your brain. Breathe in, power up.
Want to sound more confident on calls instantly? Try this. Pause. Yep, the power pause. Most people rush to fill silence, especially when nervous. But experts know a well-placed pause shows control. It gives the customer space to think and you space to own the conversation. For example, after asking a question, count to 2 in your head. They'll usually start talking and spill the info you need. It's like a Jedi mind trick, but instead of using the Force, you're using quiet. Bonus, pausing before responding to complaints makes you sound thoughtful instead of defensive. Try it on your next shift. You'll feel the difference.
Here's one for your secret agent toolkit. Mirroring. No, not the evil twin kind, the psychology kind. When a customer says, "I'm just so frustrated with this process," you repeat part of it back. Totally understand. It sounds like this process has been frustrating for you. Boom. Instant connection. It's called mirroring, repeating keywords or phrases the customer uses. It shows you're listening and builds trust. Fast. It's like holding up an emotional mirror without being weird about it. And guess what? It works in every industry, every language, and yep, every accent. Just don't overdo it. You're not a parrot. You're a pro.
Ever notice how some reps seem to magically steer calls toward positivity? It's not magic. It's called positive priming. Start your call with upbeat language like, "Thanks for reaching out today. I'm here to make this easy." What happens? You set the emotional tone. Customers subconsciously mirror your positivity, making tense calls smoother. And when things go south, say, "Let's solve this together," instead of, "There's nothing I can do." Language shapes perception. Positive priming gives you the upper hand without saying a single fake word. Try it. Lead with light.
What do cold callers and magicians have in common? They both use something called the yes ladder, and it works like a charm in customer service too. Here's how it works. Start with questions the customer is almost guaranteed to say yes to, like, "Hi there, is now still a good time to talk? Are you calling about product service today?" Each small yes builds psychological momentum, making it easier for the customer to agree when it actually matters. It's called commitment consistency, a principle from behavioral psychology. When we start saying yes, we tend to keep saying yes to stay consistent with our past behavior. So next time you're on a tricky call, try this subtle technique. You'll be amazed how a few tiny yeses can lead to a big win.
Here's a psychological Jedi move from cold calling that works wonders in customer service. Label the objection before they say it. Let's say you're about to tell a customer their issue will take 48 hours to resolve. Instead of waiting for the frustration, say, "Look, I know this might sound like a long time and you've probably been waiting already." You're naming the discomfort, which lowers the emotional charge. It's based on persuasion when you frame the conversation in a way that makes it easier to accept what's coming next. This technique disarms the customer. It shows empathy, earns trust, and often prevents escalation before it even starts. You're not just solving problems, you're solving feelings. That's next-level service.
Ever been trapped in a call that's spiraling off topic? Suddenly you're deep in someone's life story, and you're here to fix their billing issue. Let's fix that with a tactic I call control through relevance. When a customer veers off course, don't interrupt. Interject with a purposeful redirect. Try, "That's interesting. Now to make sure we fix the issue with your account." Or, "That reminds me, I still need a few details to help resolve this." The secret? Use forward motion. You're not stopping the train, you're switching tracks. Avoid dead stops like, "Let's stay on topic." It's a conversation, not a lecture. Think of yourself as a guide, not a gatekeeper. Your goal? Get to the solution without getting stuck in a detour.
Quick question. If you had to pick up where your teammate left off on a call, could you? That's the power of accurate note-taking. Your future self and your coworkers will thank you. First tip, stick to facts and actions. Write what was said, what was promised, and what needs follow-up. Not customer was mad, but customer disputed charge from 03/12 escalation requested. Second, use bullet points, not essays. Keep it readable. Third, If you don't write it down, it didn't happen. Seriously, documentation is your accountability parachute. And finally, don't wait till the end of the call. Jot quick notes as you go. The fresher, the better. It's not busy work, it's communication insurance.
Want to stand out in a sea of script readers? Personalization is your golden ticket. Customers don't want robots, they want humans, so give them one. Use their name, reference their history. I see you've been with us since 2019. Thanks for sticking around. It's a small gesture, but it instantly builds rapport. Also, match your tone to the energy of the caller. If they're chatty, loosen up. If they're stressed, keep it calm and direct. One caveat, personal doesn't mean personal questions. It means relevant details that show you're paying attention. Personalization turns a transaction into a connection, and that connection turns customers into fans.
You've been in the game a while, so let's talk next level stuff. Pro tip 1, efficiency isn't speed, it's solving the issue the first time. FCR, first contact resolution, is your gold standard. Pro tip 2, know your tools like a pro. Keyboard shortcuts, CRM hacks, make them second nature. Pro tip 3, start mentoring. Coaching newer agents sharpens your own skills and positions you for leadership. Pro tip 4, emotional stamina matters. Recognize burnout signs early and use breaks like a pro. Breathe, move, reset. You're not just taking calls anymore. You're building trust, crushing KPIs, and becoming the rep others look to. Hero status unlocked.
Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, give us a like, hit subscribe, and share it with your fellow call center warriors. Got a trick of your own? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Until next time, stay sharp and keep those headsets ready.